Jack, great to see you. We're back at Cambridge on Saturday, return trip for yourself. I know you had a good time down there. Are you looking forward to going back?
Yeah, I am. I had a really good 2 years there, and I still speak to quite a lot of the boys as well, so I'm looking forward to going back down.
Of course, you had a promotion success. You came up at the same time as Bolton Wanderers, so a nice notch on the CV.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a really, really weird season. It was the middle of COVID and didn't really have any fans in the stadium, but it was a special season and one that will stay with me forever.
I'm sure you'll be warmly welcome back for that achievement, of course, in a Wanderers shirt. Now, how do you see things? Last away trip, a good win at Accrington Stanley. A couple of blips since then, but how do you see things?
No, we had a lot of time on the park in the last couple of weeks without the Tuesday fixtures, so we know what we've got to do. We've worked on things tactically, so looking forward to it.
What's the general feel? Is it still of optimism, I presume? A little bit of frustration that 1 or 2 points have slipped away, but you're still in the mix. What's the sort of perception at the minute, do you feel? Yeah,
it's a bit weird. I mean, we're still in a positive place, and there's still a lot of positives to think about. I mean, I think we've got the best defence in the league, and we're creating loads of chances. We're still in the top 6 as well. Obviously, frustrated with the way that certain performances have gone and certain results, but we know that now we've got, with the games coming up, a good opportunity to get straight back into it.
Yeah, it certainly looks that way. Back-to-back away games there. How important was that Accrington one to sort of get the monkey off the back a little bit of the away form and show that you can go to these places and get a result? Because in some ways Cambridge and Fleetwood might be similar.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for people to see that we won't just get rolled over in terms of that. I think within camp there wasn't really too much worry about knowing that we could do that. We all knew that we had that ability and we weren't going to panic. And now with the next few away games, we just have to go out and do the same thing, but hopefully not leave it so late.
I was going to come on to that. The one thing, it'll make life a bit easier for yourself, for the supporters. I mean, it's been thrilling to watch these come from behind wins, but I guess it's not the ideal scenario.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that the fans are enjoying watching it. It's a bit stressful on the pitch. I can imagine it's stressful as well. It shows how good a character we've got in the team that we will keep going to the end. Obviously, we don't want to leave it that late, and we would like to be a lot tidier and a lot more clinical, I think, as well. So, like I said, looking forward to going away this weekend and really implementing what we've been working on this week. Yeah,
the fact that the defensive record is still so good, we are scoring goals. Does that mean it feels like it's close, that everything will fall into place? Or that, when perhaps scored the goals in the first half and we've been on top, they've come late in games, but it is happening.
Yeah, no, I think so. The strikers are getting into really, really good positions, and it's just not quite clicking. But I think, as soon as we score one, as soon as we score two, I really do think the floodgates are just going to open. It's not a time to panic. I think, especially without these midweek games, it's given us a lot of chance to work on what we preached so hard during the pre-season and what we did so well at the start of the season as well. So there's definitely no time to panic. We've tweaked a little bit, but I think it's coming.
Tell us about yourself, Jack. A man for all seasons, a man for all occasions and places. You've been very versatile, sort of across the back line and almost in midfield. If I could say, as a wing back, you're enjoying life? Yeah,
no, I'm enjoying playing as much as I can. The gaffer and the coaches have put a lot of trust in me, giving me a lot of opportunities to play, and any chance to step on the pitch is really good, especially playing at a stadium like this in front of the home fans. When the fans are really around us, it's really special. And in terms of my position, I'm quite versatile. I can play sort of anywhere along that left-hand side, whether it's centre half or wing back, or if we drop to a back four at left back as well. So anywhere I got told to play, I'll do a job there.
It must be handy to have that in your locker, because we played a few different formations in games, and I know the manager doesn't have to get hung up on formations. It is what it is, but it doesn't do any harm to be able to play in a few positions.
Yeah, no, if it needs a slight tactical tweak, we've got the players in the squad that can do it. Every player can play multiple positions, so it's not difficult to see that if we do need a slight switch, we can do it.
And is that first goal from Bolton Wanderers coming up shortly? You're on the set plays. We talked about that the other night, but and you've had 1 or 2 efforts at goal. Sweet left peg. Are we going to see some goals? Your first job.
I really hope so. I should have had a few already. I think I had one at MK and then another one earlier on in the season as well. So. Playing as a wing back, the gaffer's always on at me saying get it into the back stick, so as long as Connor puts the ball on my head, I should be alright.
Because that is the serious side of it. Everybody's got to try and weigh in, haven't they? It's not the onus just on the striker.
Exactly.
It's all over the pitch.
Yeah, no, the goals are going to come from anywhere in the team, and the more players that contribute, the better it's going to be. So I'll concentrate on making sure my deliveries are good from the set pieces to give the other boys chances, and making sure that I'm in the right areas when we're creating as well.
And just lastly then, Jack, there was a bit of disappointment when out of the cup last week, but we're in the top 6. It's what, quarter of the season gone, we're going into a sort of fresh month, really, a couple of back-to-back away games. Things can change and look very rosy very quickly.
Absolutely, yeah. I think we've all had a bit of a reset, and we've come in this week especially with a really, really positive mindset. And I just can't wait for the next games and can't wait for them to come thick and fast.